Yo guys, what's going on? Jägertier here, and we're taking a look at Raportagen. Ich weiß, wie du dich fühlst. Gonna do a little reaction here. It looks pretty cool. I saw the thumbnail and then I clicked on this, and so I was like, oh, it's a whole thing in this kind of like graphic novel-esque aesthetic, and it indeed is. So it's kind of cool. I don't know if it's like going for comic book or was this AI generated, or is it? I don't know, man. Looks unique, looks fun. Of course, Raportagen. He's always good. So let's get right into it, guys. Make sure you give it a like, thumbs up, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below if you want me to check out some other releases that were from recent times. Let's do this. Oh, that's trippy, man, the way that things are. What the hell just happened there? Was this supposed to be him? Dude, this is crazy, man. All the things in the background kind of just like changing. I guess this is like supposed to be like a time lapse, like representing like time going by. Wild. Nonetheless, the storm. Really, only consistent thing is the storm, or I guess the bad weather. I don't know if it's a metaphor in the background that stays the same throughout all this time that's being passed. What the hell is that? This thing on the? It's like sitting at a desk, but then it's like a street, but then it turns into an animal. I don't know.
Mein ganzes
Whoa.
Leben eine gottverdammte Doku. Zum Bieder gab's einen Kohlkopf, kannst du sehen auf diesem Foto. Ja, alles was ich sag, ist wahr, verliere ich meinen Fokus. In diesem Game bin ich Satoshi Nakamoto. Seh mich in meiner Wohnung. Brauche ich das, brauche ich das?
Nice, dude. In diesem Game bin ich Satoshi Nakamoto. He's like, and this game, I'm like Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto, of course, pseudonym for whoever created Bitcoin. Not not clear on whether that's a single person, but most people believe it would be a group because of the sophisticated endeavor that would be involved in creating a blockchain encrypted currency. Of course, being anonymous is kind of the key here. Um, the genius that's anonymous, I guess, is what you could sum it up to be. Cool little reference.
Nein, ich verkaufe es, raus damit brauche ich nicht. Materielle Wünsche, du darfst dich entscheiden, komm, wir werfen eine Münze. Kopf ist arm, aber dafür gesund. Zahl ist reich, aber dafür krank.
Okay, so materia gewünsche, so like material wishes. But so he's like wants material things. Spending his money, I guess he can't decide on like what to spend his money on, I guess. But then he says, "My Kopf ist arm," so like my head is poor. Um, I think I think Muhammad Gandhi said this, right? Like riches are not like what you own, but it's the riches inside your head, like your personal peace. Like being rich should be measured in how happy you are and satisfied and fulfilled in life.
Du das Wählen in dein
I think that was Gandhi. I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Schicksal in die Hand. Wir sind alle übersättigt, finden nichts mehr interessant. Und langsam werde ich alt, ich bin auch nicht mehr der Jüngste. Vor paar Jahren war alles gut und auf einmal gab's einen Knall. Seitdem lebe ich im Loop, jeder Schritt wurde zum Hindernis. Ich konnte nicht mehr rausgehen, mir wurde komisch, mir wurde schwindelig. Ein Verlierer.
Uff. So langsam werde ich alt. Ich lebe mich in Loop. Like he's like feels like he's like the days are passing. It's kind of a profound little theme, right? As you grow older, at least certainly I can experience. I can attest to this. So I don't know how old he is, but I'm gonna be 28. And I feel like when you're younger, when you're like 18, time feels like it's going very slow, and then gradually, I feel like in the last 10 years, it feels like everything. Like you think back, and you don't just 10 years. You think it's like that's like however many you know thousands of days, but it's like if you just sit there and think about it, you have like a couple memories, right? You have an idea of like what you did, where you were, if you had a job, where you studying, and the friends and stuff. But as time goes on, right, you kind of like have. I guess we're like limited, you know. Um, our minds are limited as to what we can store on command and recall. And so you kind of get this illusion of that like time is just speeding by. And I definitely have felt that. I could say that's like something that happens as you start to reach like your late 20s and going into 30s and stuff.
Wir sind alle übersättigt, finden nichts mehr interessant. Und langsam wird die Hand krank. Du das Wählen, Zahl ist reich, aber dafür krank. Du das Wählen, nimm dein Schicksal in die Hand. Wir sind alle übersättigt, finden nichts mehr interessant.
Und das Schicksal in die Hand, wir sind alle übersättigt, aber finden nicht mehr interessant oder nicht interessant.
Finden nichts mehr interessant. Und langsam
Finden nicht mehr interessant. So like doesn't find anything interesting anymore.
Langsam werde ich alt, ich bin auch nicht mehr der Jüngste. Vor paar Jahren war alles gut und auf einmal gab's einen Knall. Seitdem lebe ich im Loop, jeder Schritt wurde zum Hindernis. Ich konnte nicht mal rausgehen, mir wurde komisch, mir wurde schwindelig. Ein Verlierer, der eigentlich ein Gewinner ist, steht sich selbst im Weg und erkennt so manche Dinge nicht. Was soll ich machen? Ja, ich bin so wie ich bin. Ich funktioniere nicht auf Knopfdruck, wir sind nicht bei Sims. Ein Hin und Her.
Okay, so ich bin so wie ich bin. Wir funktionieren nicht auf Knopfdruck. Wir sind nicht in die Sims.
So manche Dinge nicht. Was soll ich machen? Ja, ich bin so wie ich bin. Ich funktioniere nicht auf Knopfdruck. Wir sind nicht bei Sims.
Knopfdruck. So like I don't function by pushing buttons. Okay, so I guess like with the screens and you see like there was some like here technology. We're losing our time to things, I guess, that are like empty pursuits. You think like I just heard the stat recently that the average American spends 6 hours a day or more, but 6 hours on average on their phone, on their smartphone. And so you think about how that compounds over the years. That's years of your life, right? It could be like 10, 20, 30 years even, where you're pushing buttons. I guess they say wir funktionieren nicht auf Knopfdruck. So he's saying like we're getting sucked into this cycle or just like pressing buttons and being stimulated by like nonsense, and we're not Sims. Like you don't just push buttons and then you can't expect like a happy life from that. I think I think that's how I understand it. It's pretty profound, pretty deep shit.
Ein Hin und Her wie im Labyrinth. Schon lange erwachsen, aber innerlich noch Kind. Aus Bruderherz wurde Bruderschmerz. Ab jetzt hab ich wohl keinen Bruder mehr. Zweifel, Ängste, Panik, Stress. Ja, ich weiß, wie du dich fühlst.
Shit, man. So something about Buddha Schmerz, like brother struggle. He's like, but I don't have my brother anymore. I don't know. Did he lose his brother? But he said like wir sind Erwachsenen da draußen, aber innerlich noch Kind. Like we're just kids. We're always kids inside, but we have to grow up. And he says like stress, panic, anxiety. Ich weiß, wie du dich fühlst.
Keine Kraft schon.
Ich weiß, wie du dich fühlst. I know how you feel, right? For the Americans that might be watching.
Gar nicht jetzt. Ja, ich weiß, wie du dich fühlst. So nah dran, doch so weit weg. Ja, ich weiß, wie du dich fühlst. Ja, ich weiß, wie du dich fühlst. Und komm meine Dämonen wieder, reiß ich sie in Stücke. Sie reden hinterm Rücken, Voldemort, Professor Quirrell. Haben ne große Fresse, doch sind klein wie Stuart Little. Schau nicht nach links und rechts, finde deine Mitte.
Wir reden hinter Rücken, like we talk behind each other's backs because what? Professor Crook.
Ich weiß, wie du dich fühlst. Sie reden hinterm Rücken, Voldemort, Professor Quirrell.
Professor Quirrell.
Haben ne große Fresse, doch sind klein wie Stuart Little.
Oh, wir haben große Fresse, doch sind klein wie Stuart Little. Cute. Yeah, everyone talks a lot of shit, but really we're all small inside, I guess. I mean, like, a lot of people, right?
Schau nicht nach links und rechts, finde deine Mitte. Egal wie lang der Weg ist, es reichen kleine Schritte. Egal wie hoch der Berg ist, meistens sieht man schon die Spitze. Bin so lange dabei, meine Brille hat schon Risse. Und bin immer noch am Lachen, ja, und mache meine Witze. Ficke meinen Kopf mit wieso, weshalb, warum. Warum mache ich das hier alles? Sag mir, brauche ich einen Grund. Ziehe Menschen aus dem Sumpf und das nur mit meiner Kunst. Das ist mehr als nur ein Grund, ja, das ist eine Mission.
Ich sehe Menschen auf dem Sumpf. What's Sumpf?
Mach ich das hier alles, sag mir, brauch ich einen Grund. Ziehe Menschen aus dem Sumpf und das nur mit meiner.
Oh, ich ziehe Menschen aus dem Sumpf. Okay. So he's like, I'm pulling people out of the, like, I guess, Sumpf. I don't know if that's with a Z, like Z or S. But Sumpf, from this context here, it sounds like pulling them out of, like, the depths, like out of the void, out of the darkness. I guess he could also have said, ich ziehe Menschen aus dem Schatten oder aus dem Hulle, out of their hole. He's like, it's not a reason anymore. It's a mission of his
Kunst, das ist
to save people with his music, which is pretty nice.
mehr als nur ein Grund, ja, das ist eine Mission. Und wenn das hier nur einer hört, dann hat es sich gelohnt. Zuhörer, die damals 15 waren, die jetzt erwachsen sind, schreiben mir auf Instagram, dass sie noch meine Mucke hören. Wir sind zusammen den Weg gegangen und das über 6 Jahre lang. Und haben wir mal die sich verloren und standen vor einer Nebelwand. Sind wir durchgebrettert wie ein Sägeblatt, jung oder alt, alt oder jung. Wir haben nie ins Bild gepasst, wir waren schon immer unter uns.
Man. Just like kids apparently, like they reach out to him saying like how much he's helped them. And if it was only just one of them, then it would have all been worth it. Like I guess the sacrifice he's made to make all of this music, spend so much time on his music career.
Über 6 Jahre lang und haben wir mal die sich verloren und standen vor einer Nebelwand. Sind wir durchgebrettert wie ein Sägeblatt, jung oder alt, alt oder jung. Wir haben nie ins Bild gepasst, wir waren schon immer unter uns. Und ja, ich hab kein Foto mit nem Fan. Wie denn auch, wenn mich keiner erkennt. Deshalb wirkt das hier so unreal seit Tag 1. Doch dank den Kommentaren, Dicker, weiß ich, dass ihr da seid. Zweifel.
What? So he said I don't have any pictures with fans. Because nobody even knows who I am.
Erkennt. Nem Fan. Wie denn auch, wenn mich keiner erkennt. Deshalb wirkt das hier so unreal seit Tag 1. Doch dank den Kommentaren, Dicker, weiß ich, dass ihr da seid.
Zeitman, so this is so real. Since the first day, this is such an unreal experience. The whole thing that he's like anonymous but helps people and nobody knows who he is.
Deshalb wirkt das hier so unreal seit Tag.
Okay, really nice. I'll just say actually really nice to tie back at the beginning, like the first thing, like how he's like Satoshi Nakamoto. Because if you take that Bitcoin reference a little bit further, Bitcoin was kind of created. It is being used by some developing nations, right? That have like inflated, debased, devalued currencies, and it's doing a lot of good. Bitcoin was created for a lot of good. I realize that's like supposedly the purpose, and it's helping a lot of people. But still, the guy who made it or whoever made it, nobody knows who they are. And so he's comparing himself. He's like the Satoshi Nakamoto of rap, right? Satoshi Nakamoto in his game is, I believe what he said. So that's really cool how he tied that back in, kind of talking about being this anonymous healer, using an art form that he and others can kind of unite around. It's pretty cool.
Immer unter uns. Und ja, ich hab kein Foto mit nem Fan. Wie denn auch, wenn mich keiner erkennt. Deshalb wirkt das hier so unreal seit Tag 1. Doch dank den Kommentaren, Dicker, weiß ich, dass ihr da seid. Zweifel, Ängste, Panik.
I think he said thank you for the comments that you're here.
Stress, ja, ich weiß, wie du dich fühlst. Keine Kraft, schon gar nicht jetzt. Ja, ich weiß, wie du dich fühlst.
Yeah, man, it's a great song. I mean, he's really just saying like, hey guys, like, this is normal. I guess just trying to pull people from like misery, depression, like, hey, it's normal to grow up and be stressed and angry and depressed. Like, I feel the same, and we can feel the same together and get better together. Very wholesome and a great message.
So nah dran, doch so weit weg. Ja, ich weiß, wie du dich fühlst. Ja, ich weiß, wie du dich fühlst.
Oof. Zombie. He's a zombie? Oh, whoa. That was trippy, dude. But that's a damn good song. Because I think back to, like, what are his most famous songs? What is he kind of known for? He's like, Yo Ollie diss track, for example, which basically he was outing a supposed pedophile. Which, like, it's one thing to play vigilante because, if that guy indeed didn't do anything wrong, which I think that it turns out that he did, and I'm hoping that he's not, he's done his research, and I guess we trust he did, but the message and the meaning behind that, like kind of going after this pet pig, like just purely out of like, I guess the goodness of his heart to protect others. And here's another example of just, I think kind of the person that he is. He actually cares. And you want to argue against that? I would say, dude doesn't show his face. Like he's not doing it's like, why would you be anonymous and then go ahead out of your way and take time to make these cool songs that are just giving a message, like a positive message to people, and not to take credit for it, because it's like, right? It's just this image that he is, and he's not a real person. Or he's a real person, but we don't know who he is. So it's not like he's trying to be a hero, right? He's kind of like a digital superhero. That's cool, man. That's cool. Well, I really enjoyed this. If you guys enjoyed this, again, go ahead and give a thumbs up. If you think my interpretation of this video was correct, again, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up or subscribe. If you think it was incorrect, comment below. Tell me what you thought, because I'd love to hear it. Naturally, German is my second or third language, so I get things wrong, and I'm fine with that. But hearing it from you guys, love to hear the clarifications. And I look forward to seeing you guys in another video. Peace. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Love you guys. Thank you.